It's 6:23 in the morning. Outside, the world is still quiet. The light in your room is soft, unclear. Before you even fully wake up, your heart is already racing. Your chest feels tight, your body feels heavy. And then, without a single clear thought, comes that one feeling. Something's wrong. If you live with anxiety, trauma, or depression, you may know this moment well. While others begin their day, you find yourself in an invisible battle. A quite intense struggle. And you may ask yourself, what's wrong with me? Even so nothing is actually wrong, you feel that way. Morning anxiety is not a sign of weakness. It has reasons. It follows patterns, and it can be understood. Why does anxiety often show up in the morning? Morning anxiety tends to feel more intense than fear at other times of the day. And there's a reason for that. What you're experiencing is not random. It's a response. A mix of body chemistry, nervous system activation, and unresolved emotional patterns. Let's look at some of the common causes. Not to blame yourself. To understand your system and treat yourself with kindness. First, your stress hormones are peaking. Cortisol, your natural wake-up hormone, rises sharply in the early morning hours. In most people, this gives energy and focus, but if your nervous system is already on high alert, due to trauma, chronic stress, or sensitivity, this cortisol peak can feel like an internal alarm. Your body doesn't experience it as let's go, it experiences it as get ready, something's wrong. This can trigger sensations like a tight chest, shallow breathing, rapid heartbeat, a vague sense of dread before your thoughts even form. These are not signs of failure. They are signs of a body that has learned to be vigilant. And that learning can be softened through compassion, regulation, and safety. Second, muscle tension and sleep vigilance. Even during sleep, many people with trauma remain half alert. The body rests, but the nervous system stays on guard. So waking up doesn't feel like a soft return. It feels like a jolt. A quick shift into tension, as if danger might appear even in the stillness of your room. It's like an inner fire alarm sounding, not because something's burning, but because your body has learned it's better to react too soon than too late. This isn't weakness. It's survival wisdom. And it can slowly change with gentleness, safety, and time. Third, a flood of thoughts before you can catch them. Your body isn't even fully upright, and yet your mind is already busy. Thoughts rush like strangers. Thoughts like, I can't handle today. What if something bad happens? I just want to hide. In the half-wake state, you're more vulnerable to these thoughts. They land louder. They feel more real. It doesn't mean they're true. It just means they arrive before your inner balance does. This is where a gentle pause can help. Even one breath of space. I see you, thought. And I don't need to follow you. Fourth, stillness can feel unsafe. For some, early morning silence feels peaceful. For others, it feels empty, like the absence of protection. No conversation, no task, no structure. Just you. And if you've learned that stillness means danger, this moment can feel overwhelming. Your body tenses, your mind races, you feel exposed. Not because something is wrong, because nothing is happening to distract you. It's not the stillness that's the problem. It's the history that makes stillness feel unsafe. Fifth, hidden physical factors that make it worse. Several quiet bodily processes can amplify morning anxiety. Disrupted sleep. Poor rest or nightmares prevent full recovery, and your body wakes up already depleted. Blood sugar dips. Early morning lows can feel like agitation or dizziness. Your nervous system reacts with unease. Shallow night breathing. Especially during stress, your breath becomes more shallow. You may wake with tight shoulders or chest tension, which your body interprets as threat. And none of this is your fault, and all of it can shift through awareness, support, and care. The heaviness you can't explain. Some people describe a strange weight in the mornings. A sense of pressure on the chest, belly, or shoulders. Not quite pain, not quite fear, just heavy. This feeling is called depressive inertia. That's what some of my colleagues call them. A mix of internal alertness and physical stillness. It's confusing because you feel both frozen and activated. And because it's hard to describe, others may not understand. And that can feel isolating. The good news? It can change. And the first step isn't to get rid of it, but to meet it. With presence, with words, with warmth. Not everything that feels heavy needs to be fixed. Some things simply want to be seen and gently held. Here are gentle ways to start the day. What helps with morning anxiety isn't force, it's softness. Here are a few small shifts to try. Wake slowly. Use dim light. Avoid harsh alarms. Let your system rise gently. Mini ritual in bed. Place your hand on your chest. 3 calm breaths. And then whisper, I'm here. This is a new beginning. Notice your thoughts without attaching. You don't have to argue with them. Just notice them and let them pass. Move before you act. Stretch. Sit up slowly. Let your body arrive. Do something that helps you to arrive before you start doing things. Receive something kind. A calming voice, a gentle quote. Anything that nourishes before demands come in. If you're supporting someone with morning anxiety, it's important to know they don't need advice. They need space. And someone which stays near without pushing. A quiet presence. A sentence like, I'm here, take your time. That can do more than any explanation ever could. A day isn't a test. Morning anxiety doesn't mean you're broken. It means your system is speaking loudly, urgently, and it needs your compassion, not your correction. A new day isn't a test. It's a chance to meet yourself. To meet yourself as you are, with dignity, with softness. A good morning doesn't begin with performance. It begins with gentle connection to yourself. Karsten Noack, let's take that step together.